The Navigator's new map.
For 25 years, the streets of Singapore were Mr. Tay's garden. He knew where the old rain trees arched over the lanes and where the scent of morning laksa drifted through open windows. His taxi wasn't just a car, it was his second home, and his hands on the steering wheel felt like a steady pulse. But the city was changing. Above him, magnetic rails hummed with sleek pods, and the skyline grew taller, clad in glass and vertical greenery. He adjusted his glasses, his hair now salted with gray, watching the neon lights of the Marina Bay district flicker into life as the sun dipped low. Then came the Silvers. They were autonomous, driverless cars that glided silently like ghosts through the traffic. Passengers began to prefer the quiet machines over Mr. Tay's human conversation. The income slowed to a trickle, and for the first time in decades, Mr. Tay felt his confidence begin to stall. To keep up, his company installed a complex digital tablet on his dashboard. It pinged with algorithms, heat maps, and dynamic pricing. To Mr. Tay, it felt like a foreign language he couldn't speak. He stared at the glowing screen, his fingers hovering, afraid to touch the wrong icon and lose his way. That evening, the house was quiet. Mr. Tay sat at the small kitchen table, staring into his coffee. His wife, Sue, placed a hand on his shoulder. He felt like an old paper map in a world that only used satellites, outdated, crumpled, and slowly being forgotten by the fast-moving world. His daughter, Gia, came home from school, carrying her heavy secondary 3 textbooks. She saw the light in his eyes fading and knew he was struggling. "Papa," she said softly, pulling up a chair and opening her own tablet, "the roads are still the same. You just need a new way to see them. Let me show you." Night after night, they sat together. Gia taught him how to swipe, how to interpret the data clusters, and how to sync his decades of experience with the machine's logic. She didn't just teach him about buttons, she gave him his voice back. "You're a fast learner, Papa," she cheered. Mr. Tay returned to the road with a new rhythm. He used the tablet to find passengers the silver cars missed, combining the machine's data with his own secret knowledge of shortcut alleys and monsoon patterns. He wasn't just driving anymore. He was navigating a new era with a steady hand. His company noticed his remarkable turnaround. Soon, Mr. Tay was asked to visit the depot not to drive, but to teach. He sat with other older drivers, men like Uncle Chen, whose hands were also calloused from decades of steering. He spoke their language, translating the digital world into the wisdom of the road. The road ahead would always change, Mr. Tay realized. There would always be new technologies and different horizons to reach. But as long as he was willing to learn, he would never be lost. He adjusted his glasses, shifted into gear, and drove forward into the glowing dawn.